All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you joining me for the first time in a little while, we are now multi-streaming to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So hello, everybody. Hey, Gaines, nice to see you for a few days. I already explained why you've probably not been able to catch me. Hey, JR, Kamil, Astoek, Emmy, Bloshki, lots of people. Hello. Good evening to everybody. Hey, Rubenos, yes, back on Twitch for that multi-stream. Indeed, I've been meaning to catch you and drop you a raid at some point, but I haven't been quite so lucky yet. But I'm sure we'll get there. We'll get there with a raid. Some news for sure tomorrow. We'll see. I don't think tomorrow. I think Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Tuesday or Wednesday we'll get something. They're going to do the test server backup. In addition to that, we'll probably get the information that they promised. No? Yeah, of course, Rubenos, my main man on Twitch. My main man. So far, I've been able to find Fiery Soul. He usually streams in similar times to me, so I can usually catch him and send him a raid. All right, plan for today is bounties on the monk. We may log onto the sorcerer a little bit. Maybe consider doing a little bit of sorcerer. I've been meaning to start doing weeklies on the sorcerer in preparation for post rebalance and stuff. Get some soul seals and some points for the wheel. Maybe we'll see. Ghost. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Why did you make a monk on non-PvP? Any reason? Well, I don't play PvP. All my characters are on non-PvP servers. All my stuff is on non-PvP servers, so it doesn't make sense for me to play on PvP. I am a non-PvP Andy, brother. Hello, Marcin. I don't know if that's the point learning sorcerer now if it's going to get stances. Well, the sorcerer is still going to be using the fire wave, the energy wave, the UE, right? You still kind of need to be able to use those. I don't think fire wave or energy wave is going to change very much. So gain a bit more practice on positioning and using those is still good, you know. Hey, Passig! Wow, Passig, long time, Passig. Nice to see you. Unless you're also on Kick and I know you by a different name. I don't remember seeing you on Kick though. So yeah, hello. Hey, Italian. Yes, I can't handle PvP, you know. Kai would get me on PvP, so I'll just cower on non-PvP. Hello, Kyle. Definitely need some news. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I've been super bored. I mean, I'm finally feeling a little bit of Tibia again because of the fact that they just the announcement that there's going to be a test server backup has me, way back into Tibia. So a Sunday stream. Hey, Letiso. Oh my god. Hello, Letiso. Don't even. Actually, I saw a Kick video for the Svar project. Oh no. Oh, I see. No, I've just been streaming on Kick for like the past 6 months or so. But yeah, the Kick money has kind of dropped off gradually. That it's not that worth anymore for me to just exclusively stream on Kick. Plus, Twitch have made some good policy changes, whereas you can combine the chat, you can reply to everybody equally. So now you've got the chat right here of everybody. So it's kind of more inclusive for all the platforms at the same time, right? What's this outfit? This is a martial artist. This is the store outfit that came out with the monk when it was released. Still prefer Kick chat. I prefer the Kick emojis a little bit, and I prefer the no ads on Kick. Siemanko Jaszczyk. Finally, some news after 3 months of silence. I know. There's going to be a test server backup. Hype through the roof, dude. Just because there's a test server backup. Can't wait. Hey, what's wrong with YouTube, Italian? What's wrong with YouTube? Nothing's wrong with YouTube. Can you already see a change in viewers counts on different platforms? I always had more viewers on Twitch than on Kick, so I think there's There's definitely, like, when I was streaming on Kick exclusively, I think my viewers were between like 150 to 200. Streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube is probably like 400 total, something like that. Did you sell your Crib Strike? Yes, I sold my Crib Strike. Kind of regret it because now I'm actually playing a fair amount. But yeah, I'm planning to not play the Monk after the rebalance, so I didn't really need the Crib Strike. The price is going to go down, so I'll just buy it back when I come back to the Monk in maybe 2 years, you know? What's up, question? Quick question. Rift Warriors, Falcons on Rashomon. Max 5 KK Raw. Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound like a question. Just sounds like, yeah, you're struggling. Send me a video if you want. I'll analyze your video, give you any tips. I got a lot of questions there. Judging by Liama's replies, there are changes from the last feedback round. Indeed. Can't wait to see them. I'm expecting those this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. What is the vocation for a full solo play at the moment? Wait until rebalance. Impossible to say for now. Quitting Monk? Yeah, I mean, it's just not changing all that much, right? I mean, the Monk is still going to be fun after the rebalance, but it's not going to be very different from now. And, you know, viewers want to see the new fancy shiny toys, and I kind of want to play with the new fancy shiny toys as well. Yeah, I'm stopping on Monk because I just want to play something different, right? The Monk is getting better, and he's going to be strong, but I've been playing the Monk for the past year. I need something different. I'm still going to go back to the Monk eventually, though. Gazes, Peninsula Tomb, and Stone Refiners. Throwback. When will the rebalance hit? I would say maybe 3rd week of May, something like that. Do you want to play Monk after the rebalance? No, after the rebalance, we'll probably go Sorcerer. It looks like Sorcerer at the moment, but you know, let's wait for the test server. Yo, Psych, yo. And ended the same way it started. I'm not ending it, okay? I mean, I'm not ending the Monk. I'm not selling it. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just gonna pause it, right? While we play over vocations. Back to multi-streaming. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be multi-streaming now. I mean, I don't know. I guess until there's a platform or a deal where I can get more money through exclusive streaming, which at the moment is not the case. At the moment, multi-streaming is definitely the way for me. Income-wise and also fun-wise. I mean, having a bigger audience, more questions, more interactions is much more fun than, you know, being exclusive with one platform. Need some auto-reply messages. Oh, I need a lot. I need a lot. But hey, at least it keeps me talking, you know? Keeps me talking. It also seems to be the best after rebalance. Not necessarily the best. Probably the most fun and exciting. And, you know, that's what the people want. The people want exciting and fun. So who am I to deny the people what they want? Plus, I think it would be really fun. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the best, but it will be fun, I think. Decided Paladin had to offline train for months, 115 distance. Nice. That's going to be a pretty beast. You should make some guides on that level 42 Paladin of 115 distance. People love guides on high skilled, low level characters. Is there any article about what has changed? Not yet. Not yet. Just there will be like a full summary video from me at least, plus also an article, I'm sure, as well, at the end of the test server. You'll continue the Sorcerer guide after rebalance. I'm not going to be continuing anything. I'm going to be basically starting everything from scratch. Every vocation other than the Monk is probably changing enough that it needs brand new content from scratch. Everything other than for the Monk from before the rebalance is basically useless for every other vocation, I think. Any advice for bounty tasking? As a 70 EK, bro. 70 EK bounties aren't for you. You can't really do much. You can do it for like a bit of variety, but at a 70 EK, like the efficiency of doing bounties just isn't there. Your best bet is just to level normally and, you know, revisit bounties when you're like 200-300 at least. Most excited to play my EK after patch with all the QL. Yep, I feel that. I'm really looking forward to playing an EK. It's not going to be super exciting, but it's going to be beautiful to play, I think. Very, very chilled. If you want like a chilled relax. Angel, thank you for the 12-month. Thank you for the 12-month sub. Missed you, man. Missed you all too. But yeah, now we're back. Probably back for good. I don't expect that to change. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. Where was I? Lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, the EK. Yeah, the EK definitely seems extremely comfortable. Like it's not going to be super exciting, I think. So it's not going to be the first one I play because I don't think people will want to watch that much. But it will be very nice. I think Paladin and Sorcerer seem like they'll be the most fun to showcase. So hopefully, yeah, so we're probably need to do that at the moment. But depends on the test server, of course, right? Things can change. Starting from zeros, I got no charms. That's why I'm bounting. Is that bad? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not very efficient. That's all. If you have fun with bounties, you like it, by all means, just do bounties. But you know, on level 70, all you can do really is beginners, and beginners are not really intended to be, you know, like good progress. I don't know. Bounties on like level 70 is just to fill out some bestiary, yeah. Will stream during test server. Come on. I'm taking as soon as I know when test server launches, I'm taking a couple days off work, and yeah, we'll be streaming all day. And by all day, I mean like, you know, 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. European time, because then my kids come back from preschool afterwards. Maybe some in the evenings. Did you get the crypt yet? I had the crypt strike. I got it to proficiency 7. I recorded every place I wanted, and then I sold it because I'm not planning to play the monk after the rebalance, and it's probably going to go down in price. So figured there was no point holding on to it. The Fork Druid thing sounds like a spell type or mode rather than 2 spells. That's not how I read it. It's like I read it as just a brand new spell for the druid that will fork. I mean, it's possible for me. No, Meshu. I'm not going to be playing monk after rebalance. What we're going to play remains to be seen. At the moment, probably sorcerer or paladin. Before any of druids end up stronger than sorcerers with those fork spells. I don't know. I feel like the druid's still missing something to allow him to hunt effectively solo. Like, unless he gets like 3 fork spells, but I doubt it. Like, I mean, druid waves aren't very good for solo hunting, right? The earth wave or the ice wave, they're both kind of garbage, right? I think they add in the strong ice wave, larger area of effect in the wheel, but they're putting it in like the team hunting wheel. So I don't actually even know if you're going to use it when solo hunting. So I don't know. Sus changes for the druid. I'm not so positive about the druid changes. You think monk will get nerfed? No. I think the rebalance for the monk will be a straight up buff, and I don't really see why monk would get nerfed any further. It's a perfectly balanced vocation, bro. Perfectly balanced. In fact, it's underwhelming and needs a buff. Hence why we gained buffed in the rebalance. Did you get characters on Bazaar for TS only? I always had characters ready. I've had characters ready for like years at this point. I have Sorcerer. The only character I don't have for test server or just in general is a high level druid, because I'm just not excited about it and I probably won't play it. So I figured it was a bit of a waste to get a high level druid for no reason. But yes, we'll have Sorcerer, Paladin, EK, and Monk, obviously. Is it worth switching from Ghost Chestplate to Gnome Armor? Yes. Love Gnome Armor, dude. On my Paladin, I use Gnome Armor like everywhere. It's still, to this day, arguably the best armored Paladin has, right? Hello. Take a shot every time we hear rebalance. Oh boy. Herky with a T1 sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Cherky. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tipsoft said the fork spell should be good for solo 100. Yes. Sure. But the problem is they said what they're going to give them one. They said 2 spells, I think, right? An earth and an ice spell. The thing is, it's still not enough for the druid. Like, assuming, there's not very many places where both earth and ice are good. So in most of the places, you'll just have one of those spells working, and presumably it's going to be on a, somewhat of a long cooldown. So you're still basically stuck with the old druid kit of like runes and earth wave and ice wave, right? Thank you, Bentley. One Prime sub on Twitch? Yes. If you have a Prime sub on Twitch, I will most certainly take it. Thank you. Some say tiered gnome armor is best in slot. I would if I had, well, I guess it depends on the level. I guess if you're higher level, it may be a little different. And by higher level, I mean like 1k plus. But as like a level 4, 5, 600 paladin, if you ask me what is the one armor that if I had to choose one armor for the paladin, I'd definitely choose the gnome armor, right? So good, dude. Arsenal bottling again. Don't even mention it. I hate Man City winning the league every single year, dude. It's so boring. Jo, the 6-month resub. Thank you. Thank you as always. Thank you very much, Jo. Thank you. What is my view on RP rebalance? Well, RP rebalance. I have the least informed view on the Paladin rebalance because as far as the rebalance news that we've received so far, we know the least about Paladin, in my opinion. Like, Paladin's rebalance hinges on those 2 new spells we get in, of which we know nothing. So I don't really have an opinion yet. I mean, my main opinion on Paladin is that I hate using runes. I always have. So if the rebalance means that we don't have to use runes anymore and we just use the new spells plus Divine Caldera plus Grenade, etc., and we can just stop using runes, I mean, that is going to be an amazing quality of life change. Is it going to be good numerically, results-wise? I have no view on that. It's impossible to say at this point, right? Come back with this question in 2-3 weeks, and yeah, I'll know better. My EK has 125 in sword fighting. Is that good, or should I get a higher skilled? Wow, 125. Yes, noob. You can't even leave depot with that, bro. Can't even leave depot with 125 skill. Get out of here. What level are you, Cherokee? First, I knew we would win it after losing to Bournemouth. Football. Yeah, I don't. This Arsenal stuff is annoying me. I hate City. I hate City winning every time. So I'm not like an Arsenal fan or anything, but I just want City to lose. Embarrassing to play with lower than 135. Yeah. Rebalance test server for all players this week. Well, that's a very, very optimistic take. Why are you giving up on Monk? I'm not giving up on Monk. I just, I want to play with new vocations, right? To me, the rebalance is basically 3-4 new vocations, right? I think like Paladin, Sorcerer are basically going to be new vocations. Druid maybe 2, EK maybe 2, and EK and Monk is just not changing very much, right? So the Monk is going to be great, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm just going to play something else for fun. And, I don't think the viewers would appreciate me playing Monk for another year, right? I've been playing Monk for a year. Basically done whatever there is to do on the Monk. And it's not been changed very much after the rebalance, right? Hunting with the Monk after the rebalance is not going to look any different than hunting with the Monk right now. So it's not going to be that exciting. So I'd much rather play something more fun, you know? I still expect to go back to the Monk after I've had my fill of all the new vocations. I still think Monk is amazing. And it's a really good vocation for me, and I'm going to go back to it. But, you know, for the content, for the guides, I'm going to be playing other vocations. Glad to see you. Hello. Hello, Poo Man. Morning, eh? For me, it's like 9 p.m. When I play my Monk until I switch to Justice, I feel like vomiting from the low skill. I've been messing around with Harmony the past few days, and kind of like it. I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't like this like Justice or Harmony. I really want them to just define them. Justice for team hunting, Harmony for solo. That's it. That would be so nice. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit more with Harmony recently, and I kind of like it. I feel like maybe it's a little better, especially at high density respawns like this. Project MS level 0 to 900, probably not to 900, but I think my plan will be to go MS 0 to 600, followed by Paladin 0 to 600, followed by Knight 0 to 600, something like that, you know, just to basically cover everything from scratch again. What levels am I Paladin MS? I have 2 low levels. I have a level 60 MS waiting and a level 90 Paladin waiting. And then I also have a level 520 MS and a 550 Paladin. So we're going to start with the low level ones and, you know, work our way up to like mid levels. And obviously record everything while we do it. You think about transfer your Monk to Bravoria because it's open? Well, no, I'm not planning to play the Monk, right? The Monk is planning to go on offline training for like a year, so why would I transfer now? Anyway, we're just going to get merged with Bravoria in like 6 months anyway. So, what's the point? What vocation got winning this rebalance? Purely in how confident I am that they're going to be better. Probably Sorcerer and EK at the moment. Although Monk is, I mean, Monk, if you're a team, hello, Monk, if you're a team hunter, you're probably winning big time as well. I mean, if you're a team hunter, everybody will want the Monk in the team after the rebalance, right? I don't know who's going to lose the slot in the team hunts, but everybody will want the Monk. When do you think the test is coming? I would say the 29th, 28th or 29th is my guess. Basically, not this Wednesday, but like the Wednesday after. It could be delayed by an extra week, but I'm hoping it's the 28th, 29th. What is the minimum level and skill set to hunt Mitmar? I'm going to assume you mean a Monk, and I think it's about 350. It's very easy from 400 when you have Soul Mass, but you can do it earlier. Waiting for Candid to open so I can join a streamer's team hunt with my Monk. That streamer's team hunt is going to be like retired for 6 months by the time Candid opens, so it's wishful thinking. What do you think about Monk after 1 year? For now, it's the best profession. Right now, it's still the most fun vocation, in my opinion. I mean, if I had to choose one vocation to play from scratch solo now, I would still be choosing the Monk. This, of course, will change after the rebalance, which is coming very quickly now. Go in Mitmar after. I mean, I can do if you want, Jail. If you want to go Mitmar, I can. I don't have cooldown. Sure, we can go. I've got it in Boss Jerry, but if you want to go, we can do. If I don't forget. What do I think will be best solo after rebalance? It's too hard to say. Probably EK. Like right now, it's looking like EK is going to be giga chill. So probably EK, but honestly, not possible to answer this. Right? I need to see the test server. I need to see the test server, and I need to play around with everything. I mean, yeah, so far EK looks the best, but we'll have to wait. He speaks slowly. I am BR. Sorry. Maybe I need to get one of those extensions which like types, annotates the text, and you would have like a little subtitles as I speak on screen. Would that be helpful? I think all classes have become viable for solo play. The only one I'm still worried about is the druid. If they solve druid on the test server, then great. But yeah, I'm worried about the druid. Obviously, paladin will be best after the rebalance for a change, right? Gotta mix it up a bit. Paladin's waited long enough for the chance to be good, so is the paladin's patch. Is high magic level relevant for early mid-game monk? Not really. The only time when it's really relevant is when you're around level 30 and you go and you hunt with runes, right? The meta for a paladin at level 30 is to pick up avalanches and go hunt like Corans, right? At that point, you know, runes scale with magic level. So if you have high magic level, that's nice for the runes, but it's not a must have. It's only like a couple of hours. What are they changing with Monk? They are changing the way mentor offers work and justice and virtues, so that he basically just gives a massive buff to everybody in the party at all times. They were like, we don't want to break him for solo play because his solo is fine. So basically, they're saying when Monk is in a party, everybody gets a huge buff, and yeah, that's just passive and easy and very powerful. That's basically what's changing. They're also giving him a new spell, but I don't think that's going to be as much of a game changer. And the mass res, yes, he's also getting a better mass res. Although again, I don't. Yeah, that's nice, but maybe that allows him to skip. Allows them to skip. Replace druid sometimes, maybe. Right on easy-ish spawns, maybe with the mass res, you can just replace druid. Lobo axe for EK from scratch. I'd probably choose club. Axe is probably the weakest at the moment. Like, it's close, but I think I would probably choose club. How do you kill bosses as a monk with runes? I have never used runes when bossing as a monk. I hear that you might need to do that on like Soul War Plus, but I haven't done bosses like that. So I don't know. I guess you just use Sudden Death runes and you just like a Yeti Sorcerer, I suppose. I think you should always still try to use your spells. Maybe skip the melees if you can't be in range for whatever reason. But I don't think just using exclusively SDs is a very valuable use of a monk. There are also monk, you know, every vocation has gained something, right? The monk has also gained some changes to the wheel. I think they change in the way guide and presence perk works. I think they changing sanctuary wheel perk. They're changing some flurry of blows stuff. Like there are some changes. Like the main change though for the monk definitely is the change to Virtue of Justice having all those buffs for everybody in the party, right? That is the big change. You start a sorcerer from scratch? Not quite. I have a level 60 sorcerer with like 80 magic level, so basically, but not quite. You go mid-range with chain penance and a distance one. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I would on bosses where you can't get in range, I'd probably be like, you know, just coming over using chain penance and greater flurry of blows and stuff. Mystic Repulse is a spell that's very good for bossing as well, especially if you invest in it in the wheel. How often you loot this quest item for ritual? I've got one on me now in 23 minutes. Yeah, you can loot like, usually you'll always loot one within like 1 hour or so. Pretty rare, but it's not like impossible. How they changed some of EK's solo so far for solo players feels disappointed. The thing is though with EK, like if you push his damage too much, he's just going to be oppressive and too strong. So instead they just opted, instead of increasing his power, they've opted for increasing his comfort and quality of life. I think EK is hard to balance. I think if you increased EK's damage by a lot, he'd be very, very good. So they decided to play it safe and just increase his quality of life instead. Yeah, you got a bit unlucky then, Chibi. It shouldn't be like that bad, but yeah, it can take up to like 1 hour if you're unlucky. What's the best profit hunt for a monk using Sanguine Claws 800 plus? Warzone 9. Now that Warzone 9 has been added to weekly tasks, you can make like 6kk profit per hour or so. But EK Sustain has always been the issue, and they help with that exactly, right? That may also increase experience, right? Through being able to do bigger pulls and stuff. We'll see. What I think of the Paladin changes, I don't really want to talk about the Paladin very much until we get the 2 new spells, because the whole review of what I think about Paladin is just needs to have the details on the 2 new spells. Without it, it's like, it's kind of pointless to talk about it. So come back when the test server is live, and yeah, I'll definitely have an opinion. What about an Ixori that makes the ring bigger twice, like Nautilus E in League of Legends? Okay. I mean, sure. But again, that is potentially pretty strong, right? That's just like a bigger Ixori mass, effectively. It would have to be pretty weak and most abused as a charm proc. I mean, yeah, sure, it sounds fun, but I don't think we're getting that. I don't think we're going to be getting like some new crazy spells if they haven't spoken about them yet. You wouldn't mind, yeah. Knight spells should scale with the melee skill like the monks do. Knight spells should scale with the melee skill like the monks do. Are you saying they don't? I'm not sure I understand. I mean, they do scale with melee skill. Not sure. Not quite sure what you mean there. PC gun one shot in everything Havener too. Yeah, you'd use that, wouldn't you? You would as well. Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do, Kyle. What do you think they do? What do you think they scale with? They got to scale with something. But EK, I think a bigger Exeteres would be nice. Yep. I totally agree with that. I think Exeteres should be 1 extra SQM, right? I think it should be bigger. Kind of like size like, you know, Exevo Mass San, right? Something like that. I think that should be Exeter size. I assumed it was magic level. Hang on, Kyle. I feel like I'm not getting you. You thought that knight spells scaled with magic level. I haven't heard that one before, but yeah, okay. I mean, no, they don't scale with magic level. Healing spells scale with magic level, but offensive skills, no, they do not. Bro, why are you recording videos to YouTube? It isn't fair. Hey, something to aim for, right? That's the whole point. If you know, you can see what is achievable at a given respawn and stuff, and practice, get better, you know. All right, okay, fair enough, Kyle. Yeah, no, they No, no, they don't scale. They don't scale with magic level. No, there will be. I think Tipsoft said there's going to be some extra scaling with shielding after the rebalance. So some of the healing spells for EK will scale with shielding, just so that the EK has to use the exercise shields because nobody's been using them. So Tipsoft hasn't been making enough money. So now shielding will affect healing for the EK because you know, that makes sense. You push bounties quite much. Any specific goal you follow? I was pushing bounties very much at the start for the first month, but then I kind of lost interest because of what Alpha Charlie was doing with his, you know, account sharing and getting boosted. Well, not getting boosted. Well, kind of getting boosted, but paying people to do the bounties for him. It's yeah, it just ruins the system for me. So I'm not that interested. I still like the mechanic. But what Alpha Charlie's been doing basically means I'm not interested in like chasing the leaderboard or anything. I just have more fun with it now, and just yeah, that's all. Spa, hello, long time no see, friend. Hello, hello, hello. Even you passed me in points, Rubenos. Yeah, I've not been playing very much, right, for the past few months. Like I still love the system, and it's, you know, it's the content I like to do. And when I'm playing, then I do bounties. But yeah, it's no longer like, you know, grind 3 hours every day at least of, you know, most efficient bounties and stuff. Now I've got like Nimisats and Norks as like my preferred bounties because they give good experience and stuff. So yeah, we chilling now. Beta Charlie. Easy fix would be disabling kill count of bounties when you don't have stamina. Yeah, but they you know, they should have done that from day one. Now if they do that, then nobody will ever catch up to Alpha Charlie, right? It's like he's abused it, and if they disable it now, then nobody will ever catch up. All right, we've got the bounty. Jo, if you're still watching, I can go to Vanguard with you now if you want. Who is Charlie? It's just by the way, this was 0 supplies. We did 30 minutes, 0 supplies. Now I'm just loading up on mana, but yeah, Monk's still good at 0 supply stuff. It's Charlie, so it's Alpha Charlie. It's like the biggest whale in Tibia, you know, with like tier 7 set, and he pays people to play his character, and he's basically online 24 hours a day doing bounties. Please play Paladin again. Look, the plan after the rebalance is to play every vocation from scratch and redo all the guides, basically. So don't worry, we'll be doing it. It's not necessarily going to be the first one. No, it's not necessarily going to be the first vocation I play, but I will play Paladin. Kind of crazy how people are influenced by clickbait YouTubers spamming videos saying that X vocation is going to be the strongest when we barely have any information. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't engage in clickbait as such. So my videos will only be published. Will be basically like updates throughout the test server, right? When the test server launches, I'll have like a video then explaining the changes, and then throughout the test server, I'll do some updates, right? And then at the end of the test server, once we know exactly what's been changed, I'll do like an updated guide for every vocation and summary of all the changes. But yeah, talking about what's going to be the strongest now is kind of silly. What is this? Boosted. Boosted Mid-Map Vanguard, dude. It's dropped 2 blue gems. Wow. Boss bonus. Such value, dude. Del Norkferatu best experience? Yes. Norkferatu Dungeon East is still the best experience for the monk. I was just there this morning, actually. I went to do a quick Orclops. I do a quick Orclops bounty. I had like a really low kill roll, like 301. And I was actually surprised how much experience I can do there these days. Am I back on real Tibia? Yeah, back on real Tibia now. The test server is just around the corner, so really, so yeah, really motivated to play a bit again. Those walls respawn on Mitmar. What's your plan regarding practice in MS? I don't know, just probably just playing a little bit. I haven't played MS very much. Hey, Weg, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Jinky Weg. Siemanko. Hello, everybody. I don't understand in English. Well, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to ask me on Discord then. Now that I'm multi-streaming again to Twitch and YouTube, which are primarily English-speaking audiences for me. So I'm back to exclusive English streams. When I was streaming exclusively on Kick, where majority of the audience was Polish, probably like 90%. Then I streamed a bit in Polish, but yeah, we back to full English. Will the test server open tomorrow? No. Really interesting. What's going to be your take on the changes? I mean, I'm expecting to get a video. We're expecting to get some news this week breaking down the changes that we're going to see on the test server. Right? I'll try to stream that and make a video as well. What do you think is best to play, Sorcerer or Monk? I mean, at the moment, Monk. After Rebalance, probably Sorcerer. There is no exact date for the test server to start. No, there isn't. But it's pretty easy to figure out. It's going to be either 28th, 29th of April or the 5th or 6th of May. It's going to be like those Tuesday, Wednesdays, right? Not this week, but the week after or the week after. I'm glad because can't really understand Polish exactly, right? Majority of the audience isn't Polish. So yeah, back to English. Back to streaming on YouTube, I see. Yeah, I'm back. Well, I'm multi-streaming, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Just some changes in policy, mostly by Twitch, that allow me to multi-stream now in the way that I'd want. All right, let's to the bounty roll. Hellfire Fighter, Brain Squid, Streak Devourer. I do want to do a bit of Warzone 8. I really want to do Hellfire Fighters, but look at the kill count. I don't want to do 571. And it's a stressful hunt too, because I do them at Mazaran Seal, and it's not an easy, nice hunt. It's full focus. Yeah, and it's only like 200 or so per hour at Mazaran, so it take like 3 hours, dude. Compared to English, is Polish hard to learn? Yeah. Yes, much harder. When is going to be the new info about Rebalance? I think Tuesday or Wednesday this week, they're going to tell us what changes they made for the test server. Yeah, I think I'll roll this. I have 9 rerolls. I do want to do some Warzone 789. If I had a better one for Warzone 789, I'd take it, but have a look. Nah, don't want to do this one. Can't do this one. Don't want to do this one. War Dragon. Guess we'll do that one. Let's see if it's free though. I mean, at least one of the floors, right? Everybody loves Nimisats. What do you think is good percentage of talisman for bestiary on a new character? 20%. On a new character, I would go for bestiary on the talisman to 20%. And I think that's a very nice, healthy amount to speed it up a bit. Tomorrow news, chatter? I don't think tomorrow. I think Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. 390 EK. Banuta? Yeah? Where Lions should be fine as well. You could check out Bookworld, Bartek. Bookworld Chapter 3, Chapter 4. If you haven't done those should be good as well. Nemisad is dead on Nevia. It's pretty dead on here too, but sometimes somebody's there. So actually, I think there is somebody hunting the bottom floor every day, like 8 till 10. So maybe taken. So I may have to go to the boss floor. Let's have a look. I haven't checked in for a while. What's your bounty talisman up to nowadays? I'll show you in a second. Let me check who's hunting here. If anybody is hunting. Yeah, so, ooh, it's free for 40 minutes. And then we're going to move to -6, I guess. Okay, so we're going to hunt -7 until 10 p.m. And then we'll finish off above. Bounty Talisman. Here it is. You can see it now. Chapter 4 SDK from 280 to 400. Yeah, really good. Really good. Yeah, Bookworld is actually a really good respawn. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice patch that was. Anything more about Rebalance anywhere? No. You're going to have to wait for a couple days. Monk level 400, use Ascetic or Outburst and Nagas. I think Ascetic. 194 EK? Grim Reapers, dude, when you get your elemental weapon. For profit, I don't know. I don't know, Cosnita. I don't remember. Hardy XP and Bookworld? No, Bookworld should be easy. 390 EK would be very easy. You sold Crypt pre-rebalance? Yes, I sold Crypt because but the chat there's so much chat I can't see half the messages. I love it. Love the interactions. But sorry if I miss a question. Yes, I sold Crypt because I'm not planning to play much Monk after rebalance. I'm planning to play some Sorcerer, maybe Paladin, and I think it's probably going to go down in price. We're going to see new videos of MS before rebalance. You're probably not going to see much MS videos before rebalance, but we're going to do loads after rebalance. Slow mode? I'm not going in slow mode. Subscriber chat only, dude. That's right. Subscriber chat only. How far did you upgrade your preferred list? Fully. Here's my preferred list. 2 Nemesis, 2 Norks, and then I save the 5th slot for like whatever I want to do in Bestiary. So right now I want to do Hellfire Fighters for Bestiary. So I just have that one. And then when I do it, then I'll switch it for something else. Chapter? Bookworld? Compared to Benuta? Difficulty? I don't know, actually. It's about the same. But you should check it out anyway. You should check it out. It's good profit and good fun. Hello, Zaraluta. I'm all good. I'm all good. Excited for the news this week, hopefully. Do you think RPs will be strong after rebalance? Depends on the new spells. I think they're going to be more fun if they don't have to use runes. That'll be good. All right, let's let's get moving. Oh, by the way, somebody asked me on the last stream like how difficult this spot is for on my level, and I actually decided to give it a go on 0 supplies, like yesterday, and yeah, doable. Like if I wasn't streaming and I was just focusing on the hunt, I can do 0 supply here. So yeah, it's not like super duper easy, but it's pretty easy. Unfortunately, when I stream, I do look over at the chat and stuff a lot, and I miss quite a few heals and stuff. So it never ends up being 0 supply when I'm streaming, but it is doable when focused. Hello. You should check bro on Rubinos. Ooh. Was it some stupid death or something, Zaraluto? I will next time. I will. When do you usually stream? It's all over the place. I have a couple of young kids. So it really depends when I manage to find a time in the day. I don't love streaming in the evening like this, because, you know, kids are sleeping and stuff. Sometimes I do it, but not very often. Usually I try and, you know, find a couple of hours in the day, but I don't have a schedule. Sorry. Do you think they would ever increase Tibia FOV? No. No. Okay, so that's 2 different questions that are basically asking that. By FOV, I'm assuming you mean more squares visible in the client, and the answer to that is no. But I do think they may make some changes to the UI and making it more transparent and let you customize it a little bit more. That I think yes, but you know the game screen is what 15 by 9, 15 by 11. It's 15 by 11, I think, right? 15 width, 11 height, I think. I don't think they will ever change that. It'll be 15 by 11 forever. But you know they may still tweak the UI in other ways though. I want to loot this one. There's a blue item. Yeah, that was the Dragon Slayer. They're like 100k now, aren't they? Let me check. 41k. Died today with Rubinos at Soul Pit. Got one shotted by a Werecroc. Okay, lovely. Werecroc? What level are you, Ganuxa? Surely those don't hit 200. Okay, all right. Fine. Yep, understandable. Can't wait for RP videos after Rebalance. I mean, I can't wait to play RP Monk. No, not Monk. I can't wait to play RP Sorcerer and EK after Rebalance. It's going to be tons of fun. You know, I love this game. Been playing for so long. It's just hella exciting for me, you know. So I'm really looking forward to playing it and just having a ton of fun and, you know, making videos while I'm at it. How do you enjoy Iglita? So Iglita, for those who don't know, is an OT that I've been playing the past couple of weeks. Actually, a bit longer now, 3 weeks or so. It's been online. Yeah, it's good. I had plenty of time, plenty of good times. But you know, now that the rebalance is around the corner, I've kind of lost my interest in it. So I haven't actually played in a couple of days. Plus, I died in like a bullshit way a couple of days ago, so I'm kind of tilted. But yeah, no, overall, had a great time. I do rest my case that it is the best, or at least the best Polish OT, and it's the best real OT I've ever played. So yeah, I had plenty of fun. And Team Hunt's like Energy Library, what do you think is the best build for Monk? I top right, yes, because of the Chain Penance bonus. Virtue, well, after the rebalance, it'll definitely be Virtue of Justice because of the buffs. Right now, I don't think it matters much if you use Justice or Harmony. Paladin for solo players will be good, but maybe a little nerf on endgame party hunts. Yeah. So yeah, whenever people ask me, like, again, it's impossible to really say anything until we see the spells, but my expectation is that, yeah, if you're a solo paladin player, you know, you hunt your Rashomon, you hunt your Mirror, hunt your Flimsies, you're probably not going to be nerfed. But if you're like a level 2k paladin who's, you know, blasting DLC day in, day out, cough Mazarin, then you probably will be a little weaker comparatively, which is fair enough considering how much damage a paladin does right now. You think it's worth change Monk to MS? I guess it depends what you want. I think power-wise, they'll be similar after rebalance. I think Monk will be slightly more desired for team hunting though. I mean, they'll both be desired, but don't know. I mean, I'm going to do it because it's more fun and exciting for the audience and for me because I've been playing the Monk a lot. But if I hadn't played Monk before, then I don't think there would be much in it. Can you show us the Wheel of Destiny? Not right now, not when I'm hunting, but I'm using T2 Chain Penance. So top right. I guess on the screen that looked like I was showing top left, but you know, mirrored webcam. Top right. Yeah, the Spiritual Outburst wheel with the Chain Penance bonus. Because the 18% base damage from Chain Penance is where it's at the moment. That's the best wheel possible. Yes, Bizarro. I have that. I had that problem. With a newborn, kind of impossible. I mean, my youngest son now is almost 3, so it's a little easier, you know. But when he was a newborn, it was very tough. I wasn't really playing Tibia much. You think, Chatter? Maybe. Although you maybe don't have A lot of people at those level might not have charms yet there. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Of course. The stronger you get, the less powerful charms are, relatively speaking, right? Because you get more powerful, but the charms don't. Where is your crypt? I sold it. I sold it because I'm planning to not play the monk after rebalance. So it was just a financial decision. I thought it's going to lose value over the next 12 months or so. So I'm just going to buy it back when I come back to the monk. Curious how good crit charms will be. I mean, on the whole, crit charms are going to be much better, right? With the nerf to the area of the runes, you know, for every vocation, crit charms are going up in value. And in general, it just seems like the tips of this going more in the direction of strong hitting, lower area of effect spells, which, you know, benefit from crit charms a lot more than elemental charms and from elemental charms. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that after rebalance, the advice will just be for everybody, get crit charms first. You know, I think that's pretty likely. What level is my paladin? So I have a paladin level 90 and a paladin level 550. So I'm gonna play those. I'm gonna start with the 90, right, and level it up. Once I get to like level 400 on the 90, then I'll probably switch to the 550, something like that. You think I can try this place with 520 monk? I think 600. I think you need the sanguine claws, dude. I think you need the sanguine claws. You think this change to Flurry of Blows, which will now have a larger area of effect, could justify changing the current meta pick for Wheel of Destiny? Yes, it could. Of course it could. Will it? I can't answer until I've tried. But yes, that is it's a good something definitely worth checking, right? Potentially opening like a great gem with Flurry of Blows base damage, which is actually really strong. I think it's like upgraded, has like almost 10% base damage to Flurry of Blows. You get a couple of those in, get in large Flurry of Blows. I don't know. I think, yeah, it's possible. Will it be better? I don't know, right? That's not something I can just figure out from looking at the change. I'm going to have to play around with it. Elemental arrows would make many spawns possible earlier, like Flimsy, I think, can be hunted at level 600 of Elemental. Well, I mean, it really depends on the stats of the Elemental arrows, right? I mean, my personal prediction is that the Elemental arrows aren't going to be that strong or meta. I think the purpose of the Elemental arrows will be just to make it viable to hunt certain places with arrows. Basically, my prediction for elemental arrows is that you're going to be using them exclusively at places like buried cathedral specters and like flimsies and stuff that's really strong to physical. That's it. You're not going to be using them otherwise. I didn't even know that you streamed on Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch, and then I stopped about 6 months ago. Went to Kick because Kick was paying a lot of money. But over time, started paying a little less, and the policies of Twitch around multi-streaming have improved drastically. So I'm back. I'm back to the multi-streaming. On this level 600 monk, what spot is easier, bolters or dragons? Ooh, I think dragons. This floor definitely. This floor is not that difficult because there's not that many mega dragons. Bolters are tricky. Bolters are hard, I think. I really don't like bolters, actually. So your guess is that level 600 to 1,200 paladins won't be that nerfed? Yeah, I don't think so. I think paladins, like big picture stuff, low level paladins buffed, mid game paladins most likely more or less unchanged, like marginal changes. High level paladins probably slightly nerfed. That's sort of big picture summary is what I'm expecting Tipsoft is going for. What level are you going to be showing Sorcerer gameplay from after Rebalance? Basically from scratch. I mean, the Rebalance hits, going to go online on my level 60 Sorcerer, and, we go, right? It's going to go very quickly. It's going to progress very quickly. After a week, we'll be like level 200 or something, right? But, yeah, we'll be starting from the bottom. I'll be treating it almost like a new vocation, right? Just like we did with the monk. Early and mid-game paladins will see a strong buff. I guess that depends what you define as mid-game. Because I don't think necessarily level 5, 6, 700 paladins going to see a strong buff. Plus, you can't really say that without seeing the spells anyway. I mean, I think it could happen. But being so confident without actually seeing the changes, don't think so. I'm going to need to see those changes, dude. Are you planning any videos or streams from Paladin? Yes. So look, my plan after Rebalance is basically remake all of the guides I've done for everything post Rebalance, right? Now, that is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff I'm going to have to cover. I'm going to have to cover everything for every vocation from like level 0 to 600. And, Tibia is a lot faster than it was, but it's still not like I can just get from 0 to 600 in 1 month on every vocation, right? It's going to take time. I expect it's probably going to take me like 6 months on average for each vocation, right? So I think after Rebalance hits, the first 6 months we'll do everything for Sorcerer. Then we're going to do 6 months on Paladin. Then we're going to do 6 months on EK. And, that will more or less cover most of the things I want to do. So, 18 months after the Rebalance, I'll have majority of the stuff done that I was planning to do, right? So it just takes a long time. When 1K plus EK guides, I don't know if we'll ever have EK of such a level. Is Monk on PvP 1100 level worth 90 KTC? What a difficult question. Dude, how many level 1100 monks have been sold? And how many monks like that even exist in the game, dude? I have no idea if it's worth it. It's purely that kind of sale is purely driven by if there are multiple people who want a character like that. I have no idea, dude. I don't know. I have no idea if it's worth. I expect a level 1.1k monk to be worth, something like a 1.5k, 1.8k non-monk, right? I don't know how much characters like that are valued at. I don't do Bazaar very much, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not very useful when it comes to Bazaar prices, especially for high level monks, which there are like no auctions in history anyway. What do you mean with your title Rebalance news this week? 100%. So Tipsoft said that they're going to publish the changes for the test server since the last note before the test server. And, 100% is an exaggeration, but I am very confident that they're going to publish that this week. They're going to drop some post titled like Vocation Rebalance Dev Note 3, and they'll mention what changes they've made since the last time they did a dev note in like January. So that's what I'm expecting this week very strongly. Now, I could, of course, be wrong, and they could save it until next week, but the week after. But I do think it's going to be this week. You think Monk after Rebalance will have better damage? I think, look, all the changes that Monk is getting are positive. Like, there is no negatives. Like, the only negative that the Monk is having is the energy ring change, right? So a tiny, tiny nerf to survivability for the energy ring. But other than that, it's all buffs, all improvements across the board. So yeah, I do think he's going to be stronger. I don't know that he's going to be like much, much stronger damage-wise, but he's going to be much, much better for team hunting. So if you're a team hunter, it's going to be great. Not because your damage is going to be much better, but because your team is going to be much stronger with you on it. Back to streams in English, yes. I'm multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube now. And like vast majority of my viewers on YouTube and Twitch are not Polish speaking. So yeah, when I streamed on Kick exclusively, I could afford to have some Polish streams now and then because vast majority of people were Polish on Kick. But yeah, when multi-streaming, we back to English. Yeah. EK will be more easy after update. Yes, EK will be the go-to beginner vocation for sure. Doesn't mean it's going to be for noobs only, but it's definitely going to be the sort of best introduction, best start of vocation. It's going to be very comfy. Hey, Luquino. Hey, talk a little bit about MS and if it's good class. I think it's going to be very fun and dynamic after the rebalance. Will it be strong? I think so. I think it's going to be very comfortable for team hunting as well, because your whole purpose will just be doing damage, which is, you know, kind of the ultimate power fantasy for a video game. Yeah, I do think it will be a good class, but how good it will be, we really need to wait and see. Do you really believe the energy nerf is tiny nerf? It's what's scary the most as a paladin. Well, for paladin, I don't know. I think the energy ring for paladins specifically is too the energy ring is too strong, and I'm not surprised to see that nerf because paladins could just survive for so much, dude. Especially at high levels with massive HP and mana pools. It was a little ridiculous. Come on, let's be honest. So I don't think it's a tiny nerf. It's just as a whole, you know, just makes you a little bit more risky to play. But you know, you can play around that. Just don't get yourself in a situation where you rely on energy ring, right? I feel like paladins just got so comfortable. They were like over pulling all the time and just being like, oh yeah, I'm boxed with like 20 creatures and no worries, I'll just pop energy ring, right? No problem, I'll just get out of it. You just won't be able to do that, right? You just have to play a little bit more safely, and yeah, that's that. I do think lots of people will die after the rebalance because of this change, you know, because they're used to like boxing and doing too many monsters more than intended and just surviving because of energy ring. But you know, all that means is you're just gonna have to alter your playstyle a little bit, right? Sorry about the Discord pops. Let me turn it off. Yeah, turn off Discord. Sorry about the pings. E-ring and triple cakes. Yeah. Hey. I mean, it is a significant nerf, but I do think that the energy ring abuse, let's call it, was a little too good. It was too strong. So yeah, I'll just alter. Hey. Is that about the energy ring? Am I getting clowned because of the energy ring? What hotkey do you use for quick loot? I use 5 on my gaming mouse. It's basically the button on which I rest my thumb. I just find that very, very comfortable for basically just spamming the loot button all the time. Like you'll see the looting notification around me all the time because I'm just basically spamming it and I don't really have to think about it because it's on the finger that, yeah, I rest my hand on. Like the button I rest my hand on. Hi, Kuznia, why the 100%? It's 99%. It's 99%. They said they're going to share some details before the test server. And, you know, it's the test server backup this week. They probably want to give people some time to digest the news for the test server. So, yeah, I think it's going to be this week. I need a drink. Hang on. I laughed at you because you weren't using energy ring. Yeah, I mean, it does give you a lot of safety and lets you push the respawns faster. So yeah, not using energy ring in its current state is bad. And you know, I'm still gonna have it on me after the rebalance, but it's just gonna be for like really momentary switches, you know. You really don't want to be using it unless absolutely you're absolutely going to die in like the next second or so if you don't use it. What's your thoughts on Stag Helmet? I don't even know what the item is. I only know the Stag items for the monk. I haven't looked into Stag items for anybody else. Do you think 1.3k monk is possible to solo hunt library and make 12 raw? I think probably not 12. I'd imagine 10. 10, 11 at library on a 1.3k monk, yeah, probably doable. I think 12 seems a little high. Is there a budget option for 200 ED? Gnome helmet is kind of expensive. It's gonna be those gnome items, right? What are they called? Not the gnome. The ones from the Warzone 1 to 3 crystalline tokens. I don't remember what they're called. Jill necklace, right? Gil, is it Gil or Jill? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Let's call it Gil. The arm and the legs, right? That's like your budget items. And a helmet as well. Yeah. Where is currently best spot for monk? Norkaratu. Yeah, Norkaratu. Norkaratu East Dungeon is the best spot for like, this kind of level monk. I think, yeah, once you maybe start hitting like over 1k, maybe solo library is actually good, but I don't think so. I think Norkaratu East is probably the best spot for all level ranges for the monk. Can you explain how to train skill very high? Seems to be very time consuming to do an offline training. And on the other hand, TC are expensive. People spend TCs. Okay, so TCs are very expensive, but you can also buy exercise weapons for gold, which usually work out cheaper than the TCs. Like TCs and the gold cost are they're the same cost when TCs are about 10k gold, but when on most servers TCs are like 35,000 gold. So buying exercise weapons for gold is about 3.5 times more efficient than buying them for TCs. On new servers, buying them for TCs is more efficient. But yeah, nobody who plays on like Antica, Sakura, and all the sort of old servers, nobody's using TCs to buy exercise weapons. You just buy them for gold from NPCs. How about Roshamul up or Flimsy with Monk? Flimsy not so good because you don't have a weapon that works well on Flimsies. And upper Roshamul is good. Very good, in fact. But it's not better than Norks. Upper Roshamul, I think, is like third or fourth best respawn for the Monk. It's good, but not, not top tier. Shema Hiju. It's better than +2 magic level. I don't know what that question is in relation to Ice Hands. I'm sorry. And Mazaran is fine for Monk. Yeah, Mazaran is fine. Mazaran you can hunt with Soul Kamas or Crypt Strike. Monk can hunt pretty much everywhere, dude. Shema Voicha. What's the top one EXP hunt? Norkratu Dungeon East. I can, when focused, I can do about 9 KK raw at Nork East solo. It's pretty damn good. I got a question. I'm reaching level 400. I got Ethereal helmet and ring, but I'm saving for soul items. Better Kamas or armor and boots? Kamas. Honestly, if I was leveling my monk again, I would probably get stag items over the soul armor and boots. The stag foot wraps and the stag robe, very, very similar in power level, but I think considerably cheaper. No praise for 9kk. I mean, I was there today, and I had one bounty on Orclops, and I was doing like 9.2kk raw. And that was with like suboptimal pathing because I haven't been there in months and with no proper charm setup. So yeah, I do think if I practiced a little bit, even without a bounty, I could do 9kk raw at Norkratu East, yeah. What about Raw Britters? Shit, I did forget about Raw Britters. Yeah, Raw Britters and Norkratu East, I think, are very close. Yeah, those are the top 2 spots though. I think Robriters don't scale as hard, you know, because Robriters you just kill the respawn right at a certain point. Whereas Norks East, you can like nobody's gonna kill that respawn, right? You can do like 16 KK Roder and still have respawn. Whereas Robriters are just much smaller. Hunted 4 hours of Norks today. Well, you hunt so much, Luquinho must be catching me up. How much can do highest level monk solo raw? I don't, Eddie. I don't know. I don't think clearly all of the high level monks are not playing solo. I don't know what's the highest level solo monk right now. I don't know. They can push like 10, 11, 12 KK raw probably. Why is profit dropping when you stay in depot? Because it's bugged right now. The analyzers are somewhat bugged since the last patch. It only counts like a certain amount of time for your loot. So yeah, it's just a bug. Is it worth to buy Spirit Fawn set on EK on 750 EK? I mean, Spirit Fawn set is the best set you have, so it's worth buying on any level. If you don't have it yet, then you definitely need to save for it. Yeah, not many monks play solo, right? Most of the monks who are like highish level now started, you know, with team hunting in mind. I'm probably up there with one of the highest level solo monks. Man, I'm not really playing very much or pushing all that much these days anyway. 100% this week. Did they announce something? Okay, it's 99%. 99. But monks doing always medium or lowest damage in team hunt. Yep. But for it's team hunting versus solo hunting is a whole different situation. Monks were always very, very good at solo hunting, but not so good at team hunting. Monks need to position the monsters perfectly for them. But in a team hunt, nobody positions their monsters for the monk. They position the monsters for the team hunt. So it's hard for the monk to do damage. But a well-played solo monk does tons of damage. Doesn't scale as hard as a paladin, of course, but it's very, very good anyway. I cheated doing Crater. I'm sure Antari has done a team hunt or two in his monk's lifetime. Thanks, Guznia, for the mage guys. It helped a lot. No problem. They're unfortunately going to be fully outdated in a few weeks, but yeah, we'll remake them. Bro, what level could I come with my RP to dragons? I think around 700 is okay for dragons solo. For a paladin, from what I hear. Is Monk now really wanted for Team Hunt? I just saw that question, Eddie. It will be after Rebalance. I struggle to see a world where people don't want Monk in Team Hunt. It's going to be so nice for Team Hunting. Okay, I need to leave this in 5 minutes because that guy who's got it booked is coming in 5 minutes. And then we're going to go to the upper floor, which is harder. More Mega Dragons. I guess we'll finish this lap. 5 Vocation team hunts, maybe. I don't really know who you drop after the rebalance, to be honest. Maybe paladins, depending on how much damage they actually do after rebalance. But yeah, maybe you drop the paladin for the monk. Still a lot. 9-10%, what do you know? I mean, I don't know anything that you don't know, but Tipsoft said they're going to publish like more details about the test server before the test server. And I just think it makes sense to do it this week. That's all. It's just my expectations of Tipsoft. I'd be very surprised if they don't publish something this week. Although they are being weird about this rebalance taking forever, so who knows? But I do expect news this week. I feel monks are pretty squishy. That means you must be wall boxing. If you're wall boxing, then yeah, monks are squishy. You shouldn't be wall boxing. You should be running. Best way to survive is just to not take the damage because you're moving. Hi, Christian, what do you do in your life? I mean, for job, I am a software engineer slash investment banking type. Well, I'm a mathematician. I studied mathematics at university, and I write mathematical models for investment. And I write the software around them and other things. Basically, like a hybrid of a mathematician and a software engineer. How much profit can Monk do solo at Upper Rush, and with what weapon? Around 2k profit, with either with Solkamas or with Crypt Strike. It's basically zero supplies with Crypt Strike for the Monk. A quant, yeah, basically. I worked in a quant department once. I'm not working in a quant department now, but yeah, basically very, very close to a quant. Yeah, I was a quant in the past. Now I'm a little bit closer to the software engineering side than the quant side, but yeah, still kind of like that. Yeah. Scared of AI? Nah. I mean, we'll see. At the moment, I love AI. It's so nice to like not have to do a ton of boring work. Like, so love the boring stuff. It just gets automated away with a little prompt to AI. Love it. Will it cost me my job at some point? Maybe. I don't think I'm first in line. You know, first in line is like graphic designers, web developers, yeah, people like that. Like my job requires a lot of business understanding and business requirements, and I don't think that's getting automated away anytime soon. Knight or monk after rebalance? Probably knight. I mean, for me, it would be knight just because I've been playing the monk a lot for the past year. Otherwise, yeah, probably still knight. I think knight feels very, very comfy after rebalance. Web dev here, yeah, I think web dev is like it's the sort of area of software engineering that has like the most amount of code out there that the AIs have trained on, and it's kind of easy to automate that way, right? With AI, so like I mean, the web development is very easy with AIs. So yeah, I think web development is in trouble. Yeah, like I think like the people working in like big banks and stuff, working on like the mainframes and the mathematical models and stuff, I think that's not yet going to be done in by AI. But yeah, like graphic designer, web devs, especially front end web devs. Yeah, I think you may be in trouble. Already lost my web dev job. Yeah, I think we'll be hearing a lot of that. Yeah, web dev is going to be in trouble. Why do I see you rarely on Kick? You're mostly on Twitch or what? No. Whenever I stream, I'm always on Kick. I just don't stream that much, and you probably don't see me in the hours that I stream. I mean, you know, I have a couple kids, full-time job, so I'm not one of those full-time streamers. You know, I stream like, I don't know, maybe 8-10 hours a week. You know, at most. And I often end up streaming in the day. So if you don't watch streams in the day, then yeah, you just won't see me. Will basic attack and survivability from life leech be noticeable as RP? Of course. Yeah, I mean, of course. It's very, very important. Lots of people worry about software engineering jobs, but I think AI will automate more white collar jobs before it will automate software engineers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be first to automate the white collar jobs, but of course, there's going to be a lot of white collar jobs being automated as well. Will it be before software engineers? I'm not sure. I do think software engineering is one of the first ones that will be very, very significantly affected. But yeah, I think it's coming for everybody. I think it's coming for doctors, it's coming for lawyers, it's coming for project managers, it's coming for everybody, dude. What are these you are fighting? I'm pretty new, never seen them. These are called, well, the respawn is called Nemisats, dragons. And yeah, these are basically like high end, late game dragons. They were introduced a few years ago. They're monsters are called Dragalisks, War Dragons, and Mega Dragons. And they're basically just like, yeah, end game version of dragons, compared to like the basic dragon and dragon lord. It's like level 600 plus spot, something like that. Ivan Kotowski. Hello, 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 everybody. Think I'll get into Dominando business. Yeah, you know what? Like, it's kind of silly, but I do like having my YouTube channel and my website and my stream and stuff because it gives me that little bit of a safety net that if AI really comes and gets everybody fired, entertainment, I think, is pretty safe. Like, none of you are going to be watching an AI, right? Pretending to be human and play Tibia, I'd hope. I mean, it could be fun for a bit. Like, if someone wrote an AI to play Tibia, it would be fun for a bit, but you wouldn't actually watch it, like, for hours every day. So I think this kind of entertainment, I think streamers are actually kind of safe from AI. I do like to have that little bit of safety net, that if I lost my job, I still have this. But obviously not everybody has that. So some Dutch streamer tried and ruined his whole career trying to use AI. Lovely. Would an AI playing Tibia would be banned? Depends how it would behave, right? It would technically be bannable. It would definitely be bannable. It basically would be a bot, but it depends if it could be detected. Of course, look, of course there will be some AI streamers, which is just going to be basically first in dudes, watching it, but I don't think it's going to be mainstream basically ever because it's not very, I don't know. People watch streams for a bit of a personal connection, I think, with the streamer, and watching an AI play something, I don't know, kill me. I would I would not want to watch that. I don't know. Weird as fuck, dude. I don't know. I wouldn't watch it. I think entertainment is fairly safe. At some point, AI streamers might be undistinguishable from real ones, bro. At that point, if AI, if I can ever start up an AI and you people would watch me for hours and not be able to tell that it's an AI, and it would be perfectly identical to the way I talk and play and stuff, at that point, just end the fucking human race, dude. At that point, we're done. Like, at that point, that's like the least of our worries, dude. I really don't see it ever getting that way, ever getting there, but who knows? And gathering voice samples, bro. There is a lot of voice samples. Like, if someone wanted to make a voice, train an AI on my voice, like, bro, I have like 500 YouTube videos of me talking nonstop about Tibia. Training an AI model on my voice would be very easy. Eric, thank you, Eric. Hello, thank you for the raid. Hello, thank you, thanks, Eric. Thanks for popping by. No music on YouTube, you say? Yeah, no music on YouTube. No music on YouTube. Ah, you're calling out the music for Netu, are you? Yes. Anybody watching on YouTube, as always, yeah, just a reminder. No music, so I don't get a copyright strike. Gonna have to play your own music. I just noticed the time. The guy was supposed to start hunting at 10. He's still not here, but well, we're gonna go to the upper floor anyway. Oh, my boosters run out. Should I pop another one? Oh, it's run out like half an hour ago. Okay, let's go. 45 TC, big spender. Where would you level up as an RP level 820 if Rocha West and Norks are always claimed? Upper Rosh? And Norks, you have 3 respawns at Norks. I'm surprised they're all claimed. All 3 Nork respawns are good for a paladin of your level. And yeah, you've got Upper Rosh as well. I don't know if anything comes close. Flimsies, you should be able to flimsies at 800, no? Boss floor has more war dragons overall, I guess. Also, yeah. So boss floor has fewer draglisks, more mega dragons, and I think war dragons is about the same ultimately. Because you kind of it's kind of slower because there's more mega dragons, so you end up doing slightly fewer or the same war dragons per hour. I think when I tried anyway. But yeah, it's not a big deal. It's fine here as well. Just transfer to a new server and dominate the respawn. Not sure if there's many servers where you can dominate Rosham West that easily. It's a classic everywhere. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow in the day. Then we're going to do bounties and maybe play some Sorcerer. I got to practice that Sorcerer, dude. Most people don't play Zuna. I still love the fact that like the top 2 monk was bought for like lots and lots and lots of money, and then the next day transferred to like Zunera. Just crazy. People are insane, dude. Hello, what is the better vocation solo hunt right now? Monk or paladin or a mage? So right now, monk is the best in low level to mid level, like level 0 to 600 or so. Monk is the best. And after that, paladin is the best. But that is going to change with the rebalance for sure. I think EK may be up there. Where do you live that it's so bright? I live in Wrocław, Poland. I just have lights on. You know, electricity. Have you heard of it? Honestly. You can see it's dark outside now. It's just a reflection on the window, dude. Obviously dark. Siemanko, siemanko. When is the test server for Vunasto? I think next Wednesday. My guess right now is 29th of April. I'll see you there. He has 1,600 RP and ED. Okay. So you are talking about Zuna or Zunera, right? One of those servers. I never know the difference. I don't know. It's strange to me. It's strange to me to like take such a valuable character and send it to the Shadow Realm, dude. I don't know. I forgot the route. Let me have a. I think I go down here. I haven't been on this floor in ages. Greetings from Wrocław. Good city. Good city. Both servers is the same team mostly. All right. I mean, yeah, there is like one team per server, right? Of course. I guess you have like your own private Tibia server, right? I guess there could be worse things. The problem is if that team ever breaks up, you're kind of screwed, right? You're gonna have nobody to play with. How long we waiting? The first mention of the rebalance was early December, I think, right? So we've been waiting like 5 months at this point. Do you think Tibia coins before double are going to go up or down? So normally Tibia coins go down before the double because people want to sell Tibia coins to buy exercise weapons. Now, this is a well-known phenomenon, so people expect it to happen, so there's not much of an impact. But yes, generally, Tibia coins go slightly down before double and during double, and then start going back up after the double. Love your EK Tibia pal hunting spots videos. I go, and just like it says, complete bestiary and next. Yep, great way to play. Oh, level up. I think Werefox and EK are most annoying for now. That Amprez. Yes, can you believe that I did the Werefox bestiary on my EK before Amprez was a thing? So Amprez was added in the previous Vocation Rebalance, I believe. And I did the Werefox bestiary on an EK without Amprez, dude. It was fun, as you can imagine. But yeah, we're gonna be remaking the EK stuff soon. I mean, a lot of the EK stuff I recorded is a little bit dated now, right? It's been a few years since I recorded it, and Rebalance is coming, so we're gonna be remaking all those videos. Not to worry. Hey Voxim, I have a question. I'm 675 monk with best in slot equipment, and I still cannot feel fully comfortable on dragons. Okay, what wheel should I use? On 675, I think you may still be using ascetic. You use ascetic basically until you can get the T2 chain penance. I don't remember what level that is. Maybe 675 you can do it already. But yeah, charms will be big because I mean I have double crit charm here, and crit charms are very, very good on dragons. Yeah, on 675 it's not yet like super cozy. It shouldn't be too bad, like you shouldn't be dying or anything, but not that comfortable yet. What are some tips for the spot to charm it easily? I mean, you could just open up praise, right? And it doesn't take that long to charm it here. It's only a few hours. Get a couple of damage praise, and you'll probably be done. You can also ask me for low skill EK POV on things. I have a level 50 EK with 100 sword. So we're gonna be using that one probably. Laguna Island, Yellow Hog Codes videos and routes. Okay, yeah, those are very, very profitable. I mean, there's lots of profitable places these days with their weekly tasks and stuff. There's lots and lots of places where you can make a good profit. But yeah, Laguna Island's still up there. Still up there as one of the best. Oh yeah, you can't use the greater gem at that point, right? Yeah, I struggled with that a lot. I didn't want to give up my greater gem for the T2 chain, but I think it's ultimately is worth it. So maybe you do have to give up the gem until you level up a bit. It's probably still worth. What is my bounty talisman like right now? It's 20% damage, 10% life leech, 20% bestiary, and I think 14%, 12% loot. I'm upgrading loot now. It's on 12%. I want to get it to 20. Why Laguna? I mean, Laguna Islands are very profitable because of the blood crabs at the bottom. On the bottom floors, you have blood crabs. So you get bloody pincers from them, and they're like 10k each on most servers, and you can get quite a lot of them. Plus, then you have like fawns for the weekly deliveries as well, and turtle shells as well. There's a lot of good stuff there. What servers are my low-level characters on? All on Nevia. All on Nevia. So we're going to be going back to Nevia after Rebalance. God help us. Yeah, Laguna is very, very good. For profit on low levels, of course. Like kind of broken. If you if you go back in time 20 years, it's insane to think that you can make so much money on such a low level. So after 20%, it's plus 0.1 per upgrade. Yep. And no. It's 0.1%. I don't think anybody's going far enough to know if it goes even lower. I would think not. I think it probably doesn't. Scared as an RP main, it'll be fine. It'll be much more comfortable. I'm sure of that. I'm sure it'll be more comfortable to play, even if you're a bit weaker. So there's always that. This is not Nevia. No, I've transferred off Nevia months ago to Kalanta. I'm on Kalanta right now. I transferred here to do better bounties. Bounties suck on Nevia. If you want to do bounties, don't play Nevia, I think. I know Rebalance would disagree and Hyogo would disagree, but I don't know. It's just too annoying with so many people, dude. I am 820 RP, this 1 to 8. Should I invest in greater gems now? Yes. Yeah, I think so. At that level, doesn't sound like you've got much missing. And greater gems at that level will give you a good amount. Let's hope that RP will still be playable after this rebalance. Of course it will. It's going to be fun. Don't worry, Chipsoft is not gonna overly nerf their favorite vocation. Paladin will be fine. You can always trust Chipsoft to make Paladin great. Never felt better to be an MS, for sure. I need to buy a Soul Mantle, but I can't find a Soul Mantle anywhere. They're so expensive now, dude. Shimakirian. Would you go with Ascetic and Aslan Catacombs instead of T2 CPN Outburst? I understand your logic because there's so much density, like you get mad value of Ascetic and Sweep and Takedown. I don't know. It's close. I don't know. That would require like a fair amount of testing to be able to definitively say. I think both of those are going to be pretty close though in Catacombs. Any clues about upcoming Druid changes? Nothing from what's been announced already. And so far, I'm not feeling the Druid changes too much. I mean, the Forks will probably be okay, but that's it. We'll see. Didn't play Tibia for years. Why are they rebalancing and why? They're just refreshing all the vocations, like adding them new spells, giving them better quality of life. They're just balancing them so they're more like even across the board in power level and profitability and stuff. So just lots of changes. If you've been playing Tibia, like it's very exciting time for everybody. I'm Monk 215, and in my server there isn't Eldritch Moonspade or Cobra Bow. How horrible is that to play until 300 with Nunchak of Destruction? You should get a Drachiku. I mean, a Drachiku is fine. The energy weapon. I mean, it's fine. At 270, you've got Lion Claws as well. At 270, Lion Claws are really good. I'm sure those are available. It's just Droom, right? Kick sub doesn't trigger for you. It should. Did you do a kick sub? It should. As the integration failed. I'll check it out in a second. Let me have a quick look. Filters, kick subscriptions. It should show. Yeah, the last kick subscription I see is a month ago. Yeah, I don't know. It's broken. It feels like the kick subs are broken. Sorry, Opus. I'll look into it. Thank you for flagging, and thank you for the resub. Of course, I'm not sure. I didn't realize it is broken. I'll take a look at it after stream. It'll be solved for next time. Thank you. And here I was thinking nobody's subbing to me anymore on Kick. Sister gifted me 700 TC. Should I use them in EXP boost? Oh god. It really depends on your level and what your character needs. I mean, EXP boosts are always nice, but you know, perhaps investing into better equipment is a better choice. I don't know, dude. When is the next upgrade? 9 months? What are you talking about? When is the next upgrade? Oh, do you mean the badges? The badges, there's one at 6 months, and I think after 6 months it might be 12. I'm not sure if there is a 9-month upgrade. I don't think so. I think it goes from 6 to 12, and then from 12 to 18. Virgin, you think we need BLP for bosses? BLP. What is BLP? BLP. Bad luck protection. Oh, okay. I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice to have a guaranteed drop every X number of bosses. But you know, the thing is, the only concern I have is that I mean, like, items are just so cheap anyway. Having bad luck protection would just like even further depress the prices of like non absolute BIS items. So I don't know. It would kind of really devalue a lot of bosses as well. I get the appeal of bad luck protection system, but is it actually I don't know. It would kind of make bosses potentially not even worth because it would be so cheap. Grip Strike is superior than the Sanguine Claws in Nosferatu. In Nosferatu East, yes, you would use Grip Strike, but I think in Nosferatu West and in the Fortress, you'd still use Sanguine Claws. So for the best respawn, which is Nosferatu East, you would use Grip Strike, yeah. In Fortress 2? No. I just answered. In Fortress, I would use Sanguine Claws. In Fortress and in West, I would use Sanguine Claws. In East, I would use Grip Strike because of the undead proficiency. And the resistances, right? The resistances of the basic Norks, I think, are quite weak to Earth. Whereas not so much for the Nosferatu East monsters. I don't remember exactly the reasoning, but when I looked at the resistances, I remember thinking that Sanguine Claws still for the Fortress, but Crypt Strike for the Dungeons East. What's your take on Elemental versus Low Blow, Savage Blow, Charms on spots like Dragons, Aslan, Castle, and Catacombs? For solo gaming, I almost always use crit charms whenever possible. I think elemental charms are better for like, you know, very high health monsters, but you know, depending on level, you don't really solo hunt monsters like that ever. So yeah, crit charms are best on monk. Raw Brit then is better crypt. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Raw Brit is much better with crypt. No doubt about that. Soulbound, Soulbound bad luck protection is something I could get behind. I feel like I would quite like to have a way for like Iron Man characters to actually have a viability in Tibia. So yes, I think having something like, say, after you complete the boss cherry of any monster, so say you kill Scarlet 60 times, you can choose one item from her drop pool, guaranteed, and make it soulbound. And I think that would be quite cool for like Iron Man runs. That I could get behind. I think that would be cool. What do you think would be best for solo after rebalance? Impossible to answer. EK is probably going to be the coziest, but best with regards to results. I don't know. It's going to depend on the level range and so many things. Come back with that question, you know, during test server. Hang on, I haven't focused here very much. Let me reposition. What is this positioning? Terrible. Don't learn from me. Soulbound item in Forge. Yeah, the code for soulbound items is just would be kind of difficult in Tibia. I don't think they're ever going to do anything like that. They don't like soulbound items. Alpha Strike or Omega Strike and crit proficiency. Alpha Strike if you're solo, Omega if you're team hunting. And undead damage if you're hunting undead stuff. Yeah. What does best mean? Is it only XP per hour? I imagine when people talk about best vocation, then they talk about the peak. They probably talk about combination of EXP and profit, right? If you've got a vocation which is making 10kk raw but 0 profit, and a vocation that's making 9.5kk raw but 2kk profit, then that vocation which also makes 2kk profit is probably better. But it's largely skewed towards the experience, though. If the experience is close enough, then maybe the profit wins out. But generally, when people talk about best vocation, they talk about experience. Are they only sold by items, potions, and runes from daily rewards? Yeah, just store stuff, basically. Stuff that you can only have in depot and in store, right? In the store inbox. Not trying to be the annoying guy while you EXP, but what do you think about the full process of Tipsoft I said before? I didn't see the message before. Let me have a scroll up. There's so many messages, dude. Like I can't read everything. Here's something to think about. MS, we can't use UHs because we have to use runes. We had cooldowns. They give us spells to get rid of that problem, but they are taking away UHs as well. I mean, separate problems. I think it's two separate problems. You make it sound like the problem with UHs was that people also use runes, and I don't think that was the problem. Problem with UHs was using UHs because UHs were a pain in the ass and just an outdated mechanic. So I think it's kind of irrelevant that they've added the spells and they don't need to use runes anymore. I still think using UH is not a very fun mechanic. So yeah. How are you so good? Hard to answer that without sounding like some big-headed dickhead. Yeah, years of practice. And anyway, I always feel weird when people say that when I'm streaming because I'm really not playing all that well when I'm streaming. I'm always a little bit embarrassed actually by the quality of the gameplay. And I make tons and tons of mistakes when streaming because I'm not focused so much on the hunt. Paid actor, paid chatter. Yeah, another paid chatter. Oh, Kuznia is so good. Oh, how are you so good, bro? Oh. Check your bank account. Is there going to be any info about the rebalance this week? Yes, that is the expectation. Tipsoft said that they're going to share some information about the changes that they're making for the test server before the test server, as the test server is likely going to be start of the week after. I mean, I have a strong belief that it's going to be this week that they will publish the changes that they're planning to release on the test server. What's the raw you should be getting here? I can do about 8 raw here when I'm like focused. I'm doing 6.5, so yeah, like 20% off. Oppers, thank you for the sub on Twitch. Thank you, Oppers, and sorry that the notification didn't go off on Kick. I don't know what's happened. When I was testing it, it worked. But yeah, I'll double check. Thank you very much. Do you agree with the reduction of AoE runes? I don't hate it. I mean, in general, I don't like runes, and my personal feeling from seeing the changes that Tipsoft has made is that most of the vocations will just move away from using runes altogether. Runes are not supposed to be like the default way of dealing damage. Runes are supposed to be like an alternative. So I don't think that the rune change is going to be that impactful because most vocations will just move to using spells. And then it's a non-issue, right? Other than that, I don't know. It's a change that is intended to reduce the power of elemental charms. And of course, elemental charms are extremely powerful, and they have warped the power level of high level vocations around them because they just the charm procs with runes, which have like a massive area of effect, has been a problem for many years. So I'm not surprised to see this change. Overall, I think it's a fine change, and but I still think that probably it won't matter because you're probably not going to be using runes after the rebalance anyway. Unless you're a druid. I think paladins and sorcerers probably stop using runes. Sorry for the many questions. I have one left. In the 6th stage of the crypt proficiency, I went for 25 armor penetration. I think almost certainly 25% armor penetration. In fact, I remember we ran the numbers, and yeah, 25% armor penetration pretty much always wins. Now I can leave Kick. You are here on Twitch again. Yep. It's nice that you're on Kick just for me. Yeah, we're gonna be multi-streaming now. I don't really see that changing for a very, very long time. Does your stream always turn into a Q&A? I mean, it doesn't turn into a Q&A. That is just my stream, right? I mean, that's pretty much what I'm going for, to be honest. For my streams, I feel like that's kind of my niche, you know? I'm not like super funny, you know, like some streamers. I'm not like laughing all the time or making everyone laugh all the time. I try sometimes we have a good laugh, but you know, I'm not a comedian. I'm also not like a noob that, you know, the content is on like the of course. Anyway, my point was going to be that, you know, I'm not a comedian. I don't have like noob content, so I feel like my niche is kind of, yeah, questions and answers and helping people with the game, right? So yeah, I mean, I like when it turns into a Q&A. It's basically my stream every time. Still massive ads on Twitch, buddy. I know. The ads on Twitch are a pain in the ass. Yeah. Oh, there's some question on YouTube that I've missed. I was wondering if I've tried Drephic Grims on low-level monks since they should be suitable for monks because of the way the spawn is built. So the problem I have with Drephic Grims is that you can't kill the what can you kill? You can't kill the hands, whatever the weak hands, whatever they're called, the grave diggers. So it's just a bit of a pain in the ass, you know. But you can kill the banshees, you can kill the specters, you can kill the grim reapers, but you can't kill the hands, and it's just kind of awkward having them run around because they're immune to energy damage. And just the layout of the place sucks. Like it's an okay alternative. You can hunt there, but it's not very good. Did you design Tibia Pal yourself, or did you get help from someone? Yes, fully me. I mean, I've had you know, I've had a few people over the years like do like little contributions to the website, but it's like 90, probably like 95, like 98% of the code is just mine, and yeah, the design is fully mine as well. How important are auto attacks on EK? Extremely important. I mean, auto attacks on EK, Monk, and Paladin are extremely important, and if you're missing them, then you're not only are you giving up a ton of damage, you're also giving up a ton of leech. So yeah, you can't be missing auto attacks on EK or Monk. All right, we finished the bounty. I'm getting out. Can you become a CM for Tipsoft? I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna. They only want people who speak German and who are willing to relocate to Germany. This is real Tibia. I'm not playing Igua anymore right now. I may come back to it, but right now I'm back on real Tibia. Here we go. Check for bosses real quick as we run out. Yes, you can find it, Dominique, if you Google it. Yes, it's open source. Do you have a CS background? No, I don't have a CS background. I'm a mathematician. I studied mathematics at university, but by by profession, I've become a software engineer. Yeah. The Q&A on your Hunt videos YouTube comments are top notch. Can I do the same as your EK 600 with 129 scale? Yeah, that sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. I mean, I try to answer a lot of the YouTube comments, but sometimes I'm just like, no, not gonna bother answering, you know? Why did you delete the slapping in character? I just sold it. I just sold it. I mean, I got it to a level that I wanted to, and then I sold it. I didn't delete it. Nah, I'm not quitting. What bosses do you do? I don't do bosses. I don't like bosses. I find bossing inefficient. Like I just said, I'm a mathematician, so whenever I do stuff, I look at it from the perspective of an expected value that I'll get from it over time. And bosses have a negative expected value compared to hunting, pretty much always. The only exceptions to that are if you have like a team that you're hunting with, and say you go do a 3-hour hunt, and then after that 3-hour hunt, you're like super organized and you go straight. You do your gold bosses, you do your silver bosses, you do maybe your mini library bosses. If you've got a team who is organized, no downtime, you just bam, 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 blow through the bosses. Okay, that's like the one case where I would do bosses. Being a solo player, bosses, like, no, thank you. It's a total waste of time, dude. And it's bad for stamina, yeah. Are you sure you aren't in economics, Mayor? Expected value is like the core of economics. Well, I'm in finance, right? So expected value. It was my stats classes and in mathematics as well, right? You're not taking the fun into account. I don't have very much fun with bosses. Sure, I mean the gamba and the fun. If you like it, sure. I don't have that much fun. Solo bosses, just about I can manage. Going to do a Droom, I can kind of see the fun in that. But doing I don't know, a boss run with randoms, not for me. Not for me. Today, even bubble is negative EV. No, today probably worth doing bubble, but again, I don't really like doing it with randoms. The problem is doing bosses. If you go there, you go in, you kill it, is okay. Whenever I go bosses with fucking people, it's like there's 5 to 10 minutes of waiting. Like I can't stand it, dude. I hate it. I hate the waiting. If people were organized and scheduled the time and they were there on time, I would consider it. But the waiting kills me, dude. I hate waiting for people, like both in game and in real life. I'm not very patient. Like if I say to a friend that we're going to meet up at 10 p.m. or like 8 p.m. whatever, right? Say I meet up with a friend for coffee. I like get bad example, dinner, all right? Dinner at 6 p.m., right? And we'll go. If it's like 3 minutes past 6 and they're not there, I'm like calling them and like giving them a bitch, like, where the hell are you? We said 6 p.m., right? Why are you not here? This is why I don't do bosses in Tibia, because I cannot stand waiting for people. I hate it. So yeah. Kujan, would like your opinion. I finally saved up for Soul Mask, currently at 575. In my position, would you rather save up a bit more for Crypt Strike? Yes. I would save up for the Crypt Strike. At 575, I wouldn't be bothering with Soul Mask anymore. I think bosses will bring you more profit than hunting. Nope. 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 I can absolutely do more profit per hour on a long-term basis than from hunting than from bossing. Absolutely nowhere near. EXP is value, indeed, indeed. Bosses, not much EXP. All right, let's actually just roll this one last bounty. I'm not going to be playing anymore. I'm going to be finishing in a few minutes, by the way. Just gonna do a few more questions, so keep the questions going. But yeah, we'll be finishing in a minute. Let's see if we get anything good. Norks, bronze and 587 kills. We'll skip this one. Where crocodiles? Nah. Humongous fungus. We're not going back to Warzone 1. We're not going back to Warzone 1 after the incident there. Medusa 306. Not too bad. But not really bothered. Breach Brood. Nah. Tyrant Silver. Yeah, we're going to do that one. I want to do Warzone 9. So we're going to do that one. That's cool. Next time we stream, we're going to do some Warzone 9. Yep. We're not going to go now. I'll stream either tomorrow or Tuesday. They changed the trigger in Warzone 1. Ah, yeah, they did. They lowered it, right? They lowered it to 10 minutes, I think. It is better now. Still don't want to go. Still don't want to go. Are we going to see Sorcerer content after Rebalance? Yeah. I mean, we're going to see Sorcerer, Paladin, and EK content after Rebalance. Not sure in what order. Exurigran, please. Stop it. Stop it, Opus. All right, so we're going to go Warzone 9. But it's also going to be new weeklies, right? How much? We have 31 minutes boost. It's kind of annoying. Don't really want to burn that on their weeklies tomorrow. We'll see. Let's pick up some more spirits for tomorrow. Bro, if you're not going to be lacking for Sorcerer content after Rebalance. Everyone's going to be playing Sorcerer after Rebalance, dude. You're going to be sick of all the Sorcerer content you're going to be getting. 10kk profit per hour incoming. Warzone 9 is going to be like 9kk, 6kk per hour. Warzone 9 and Warzone 7 are about 6kk profit per hour. And this is why I will never agree that bossing is better for profit. Like bossing is better for like social element, for a bit of like gamba, a little bit of like a big ticket, hitting it big, getting that yellow item. It feels great. Of course it feels great. I love it. I go to a boss, I get a yellow item. It's great. Is it better profit per hour compared to focusing a profit spot or just a lot of regular hunting? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You think they're going to nerf weekly tasks? No. I hope they buff them. I hope they buff adept and expert tasks for sure. They're just not worth doing. Everyone's doing beginners because it's just not worth doing adept and expert. So no, they're not going to nerf them. They're going to buff them, if anything. Name of this pillow on your house? This one? Blue square cushion. Blue square cushion. No probs. It's a store item though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 50 TCs. Big spender. All right. I think I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back. Probably either tomorrow or on Tuesday. I'm not sure. Probably tomorrow, if I were to guess, actually. Pierdolni Fikołka. I can't do Fikołek. Glad you're back on all platforms. Me too. It's a lot more fun for me. Like Kick, I liked streaming on Kick, but the viewer engagement was a little low, I find, per viewer on Kick. I'm having lots of fun now. Like there's a lot of people now in chat between free platforms. I'm getting so many questions. Like my throat is hurting from all the talking, but it's a lot easier to stream to a lot of people when they ask a lot of questions. So thank you, everybody, for being part of the chat and asking questions. There you go. All right, let me find somebody to raid on Twitch. Let's see who's live. Mazarin is live. Should we go to Mazarin? Oh, Chico Fatman's live as well. Let me see what Chico's doing. What's Chico doing? It's in Magma. What's Mazarin doing? Oh shit! He's hunting DLC. Oh my god, he's hunting DLC. Before you leave, tell me what you think about tiers. Tiers are very fun. Probably not worth unless you're like very, very committed to your character. You're going to be playing long term and you really, really enjoy it. It's an investment for fun. I think it's an investment for fun. All right. We're gonna raid Mazarin on Twitch and on Kick and YouTube. I'm just gonna end the stream. So thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Take care, everybody. Have a nice week. And we'll be covering Vocation Rebalance changes this week, of course, and next week as well. Bye bye.